Hello and welcome to this Excel tips video. I am Sumit Bansal, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to limit the scroll area in your worksheet. This means that you can restrict a user so that they can only scroll within a certain range and they cannot go outside of that range and make changes. Now, before we get to the video, I have a quick piece of information for you. I have made all my paid courses absolutely free for everyone. So I have the Excel Basic to Advanced course, Excel VBA course, Dashboard course, and Power Query course. So you will get access to all these 4 courses for free. I would have link in the description. You can just click there and you can start watching. There is no need to sign up, no need to pay anything. Now let's get to today's video. Here I have this data and I want the user to only be working within this range. So to be able to select and edit these cells, and I don't want the user to be able to select and work with the cells outside this range. So as of now, you can see that I can select these cells if I want. I can enter anything here I want, but I want these to be locked so that only this area is available for the user. So to do that, I can lock the scroll area in such a way that I specify that this is the scroll area and these are out of bound. So to do that, I would go to the developer tab here. If you do not have the developer tab, right click on any of these tabs, click on customize the ribbon, and in Excel options dialog box, make sure developer is checked, and now click OK and you will have this option here. So in developer tab, in controls, click on properties, and when you do that, it opens the sheet property here, and within these sheet properties you have the scroll area, and here you can specify the area, which in this case would be A1 to J25. So here I would manually type A1 colon J25, which is the range where I want the scroll area to be active. And now I simply lock this and see what happens. Now I'm not able to click and select these cells. Even if I try using a keyboard, I would not be able to do that. So this is how I have limited the user to this specific scroll area. Now this works well, but the problem with this is that as soon as I close this and I reopen this workbook, the scroll area would be lost. So let's try it. I close this workbook and let me open this again. And here you can see that I can select these cells. So when I close the workbook and I open it again, the scroll area thing did not stick. It got reset. Now, what if I don't want that? What if I'm sharing these workbooks with a colleague, a client, and I want that whenever they open it, they still should only be able to work within this area. So I cannot do that by using the developer tab and the properties thing, but I can do that using a simple VBA code. So to do that, I would again go to the developer tab and click on Visual Basic. And here in the VB editor on the left, I have the Project Explorer and I have this option called this workbook. And when I double click on this workbook, it would open the this workbook code window. Now here I would come to this drop down and select workbook. And as soon as I do this, it will show me private sub workbook underscore open, which means that any code that I have between these two lines would always be executed automatically whenever you open the workbook. So in this case, I just need to specify the scroll lock area, the scroll area range, and that would be applied whenever a user opens this. So to do that, I would type worksheets, then the name of the worksheet in double quotes, then scroll area is equal to within double quotes A1 to J25. Now, when I close this, and you will have to save this file as a macro enabled file because now this has a macro in it. If you don't, then the macro would be lost. So save that file as a macro enabled file and see what happens when you save it and close and reopen it again. So now as of now, you can see that I can select outside this area. Now let me close this file. Let me reopen it again. And now I cannot select the area outside the scroll area. So I can select this area, but not outside this area, because now through VBA, we have automatically run the code that sets the scroll area. Now, let's say you have multiple sheets here. So I have sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, and I want this specific scroll area to be applied to all the sheets. So what I can do is again, go to the developer tab, Visual Basic. Now you can do two things here. In this case, I've specified sheet 1, and then you can again specify this for sheet 2. Let's say make this sheet 2 and then specify the same scroll area or a different area if you want. But in case it is the same scroll area for all the worksheet, you can also use a simple loop, and I have the code here. and I can simply put this code here. Now what this code does is it says dim ws as worksheet. So ws is the worksheet. I'm declaring the worksheet here as an object. Then for each worksheet in worksheets within this workbook, I'm setting the scroll area as a1 is equal to j25. See what happens when I close this and I save and close this workbook and reopen it. Now this is out of bound. I cannot select any cells outside of this area. Similarly, if I go to sheet 2, I can select this area, but I cannot make selections outside this area. And same goes with sheet 3. So if it's the same scroll area, then you can do it through VBA using the for loop. And in case it is different, you can specify each worksheet and then also specify the scroll area. So these are the methods that you can use to limit the user to a specific range and lock the scroll area for the user. That's it in this video. I hope you found this useful. Also, if you're liking these videos, please subscribe to this YouTube channel and click on the bell icon so that you never miss out on any new Excel tips video I come up with. Thank you and have a nice day.